Hello and welcome back to Stay Plugged In. My name is Sheridan and today I am here with Tylo, a recent commit to Alvernia University.
My name's Tyler Johnson. I went to the high school in Las Cruces, New Mexico called Arrowhead Park Early College High School. My in-game name is Tylo. I currently play Valorant and I'm going to be committing to Alvernia University.
So how did you get into Valorant?
Yeah, so I used to play CSGO a lot when I was younger. And then when Valorant first came out, I saw a lot of the people I watched on Twitch and stuff. They all went to Valorant. And so I got it during the beta. And so then it was just kind of history from there.
What do you like about Valorant in comparison to games like CSGO?
Yeah, I think the team aspect is a lot more complex because of all the different abilities. I think CS:GO is a lot more mechanically disciplined, while Valorant you can use more of like your brain to use it instead of just aim.
What role or agent do you play?
So I typically flex for most of the teams I play for. I play everything about, or basically everything besides duelist. I also IGL, so that's also why I don't play duelist. But right now, I think I'm gonna be playing initiator, so like Sova Fade for my university.
What's it like being an IGL and what kind of skills go into that?
So I will say it's like the highest highs and the lowest lows. So it definitely rides a lot on your back. There's a lot of pressure to it. I'd say it's more just being able to think clearly in hard situations and being able to be that outlet for your team to come to. Overall, it's just, it's still fun because you get to interact with your team a lot more. You get to be the person to make all the plans and the strategies. And so having a team that really works with you well is really what's important when it comes to it.
Do you think being an IGL set you apart as a recruit?
Yeah, so I definitely will say that helps a lot. And even collegiate, any team, they definitely are always looking for an IGL or someone who can see the game past just the player aspect. So it's really important to have that, kind of versatility in it. I will say it's a lot harder to play the roles you want to play when you are IGLing because you want to do what's best for your team overall and not just for yourself.
Prior to going to college, did you think that college esports was in your future?
Yeah, so I never thought about it college wise. Everyone's kind of dream when they're playing is just go pro and all that. But I think it's a great opportunity for people to get an education and to continue to play the games that they love. I know my parents couldn't believe it when I first got the scholarship. They kind of, I had to sit them down with the person, but I will say, the administrators and the people who run Stay Plugged In, they help a lot in the process and explaining to the parents about what's going on.
How did you learn about college esports?
Yeah, I think I tweeted it one time and then someone linked I want to say his name was Bear or something like that. But he DM'd me and then he just kind of got me signed up on Stay Plugged In, and then from there it was pretty easy to just kind of communicate with Suave and get in the system and find what college really suited my needs and not the other way around.
You started looking to go to college for esports. What were you looking for in a program?
Yeah, so for me, I mean, I don't want to kind of financially, it's important that I have a certain limit. And so being able to get a big enough scholarship was important to me. But they were perfectly helpful with that. They understand. And then another thing, I want people who are like also committed to the game and want to win and not just kind of in it for, the free ride. So that was one thing that I talked to one of my, the recruiter for the college I'm going to. I made it clear that it was important that like I do want to go to these lands and I do intend to like, win and have a winning mindset. And so I kind of wanted my team to have the same mindset.
So tell me about your recruiting experience from start to finish.
Yeah. So like I said, I just kind of tweeted. Bear got me in a DM. He gave me the link, told me what to sign up on. From there, I got in contact with Suave on Discord, and he basically just kind of asked what I was looking for. He got me in a call with another admin, and basically they just went over what I'm looking for in college, my GPA, my skill set, my experience, all that kind of stuff to put out to other colleges. And then basically from there, I think, a certain list of colleges that were in those qualifications, they reached out back to me. And then from there, I would just hop in a private call with them. And then we would just kind of compare our needs and see if like we fit well together. And then after that, you just kind of honestly Stay Plugged In kind of just handles it from there. They get everything situated and then you just kind of sign the paperwork and then you're in the school.
And how did you finally narrow down what college you wanted to go to?
Yeah, so for me, location was a big thing. Not only like I didn't really want to be in the middle of nowhere, and so on top of that, I also want to be kind of close to family. And so I have a lot of family on the East Coast, and coming from New Mexico, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. and so I like didn't have anyone to drive to. So moving out somewhere east, I love the East Coast, love living out there, and so it'll be fun to be able to go live out there again.
So you start in a couple weeks. What are you most excited about?
Yeah, I think getting to meet my teammates is going to be really fun, and getting to just be in the environment where you're surrounded by like-minded people who are all like working for the same goal. It's always, a motivational boost to not only push yourself more, but maybe boost the team morale more. So yeah, just getting ready to meet all my teammates and my coaches. I know some of the coaches on my team, so I'm really excited to go meet them. So it'll be fun.
What advice would you give other students who want to go to college to play esports?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say for people who are in high school, it's a lot of hard work to be able to put yourself in a position where your skills are actually valued because it does take a lot of recognition and a lot of time. It's not something that's going to happen quickly, so don't just expect it to be handed to you. Yeah, honestly, just don't take it for granted and be ready to put in like actual work. It's not as easy as everyone makes it seem.
What advice would you give to students about approaching your parents when it comes to college esports?
Yeah, I'd say it's really hard to convince them without proof. So you can kind of talk to them about, hey, I want to get a scholarship and all this, but until you could sit them down with the recruiter of the other school, it's going to be a little difficult to change their mind. So I would just kind of recommend don't get like your hopes down when you talk about it and they say, well, we'll see and stuff like that. It's just important. Get them in a call with the recruiter, and they're like perfect at explaining everything to the parents. I've never had any issues, and they explained everything perfectly to my parents.
And what goals do you have going into your first semester of college?
Yeah, I definitely want to keep my grades up, so stay above like that 3.5 average for my GPA. That's important, and then also for games wise, I am hoping to go to the next Red Bull Clutch, and hopefully go international and represent USA again. So we'll see.
Speaking of CVAL, what do you think of the competition? Are you excited?
Yeah, so I know a couple of the players on Northwood, and so I'm coming to take their spot. I'm getting ready to introduce Alvernia into the top league. I think honestly, I think we have a really good squad, and so I think we could definitely make an impression on some of these teams. It's all just about structure and how to play the game properly. And I think there's no team above anyone else. It's just all about who practice harder, and we'll see who wins.
And where can people find you? Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, anything like that?
Yeah, so my Twitter is IDK Tylo, and I don't really stream, so that's about all you can find me on.